Alright, for the first time on this channel, this is not a rant. But honestly, I need you to watch this one before I ruin it, so maybe just go do that first and come back. I just watched episode 2 of Black Mirror, and wow, what the hell happened? Because episode 1 was a big shaped disaster, and I mean that literally. And then episode 2 comes in like, let me show you how it's actually done. I was wrong. Not about episode 1. Episode 1 is still unwatchable, but I was wrong to almost give up on this show, and I need to say that out loud. So, the world of episode 2. Everyone lives underground in tiny rooms. You wake up, you get on a bike, you pedal to generate energy, you earn credits, and you spend those credits on things for your digital avatar. Your physical body stays on the bike. Your eyes stay on the screen. If you look away even for a second, an alarm screams at you until you look back. Basically, a slightly more honest version of our world. And then a boy hears a girl singing, and for one moment, in a world designed to eliminate anything real, something actually human happens. And then the world takes it apart, slowly, completely, brilliantly. And before I get into what this episode is really about, I have to say something. I didn't know the guy from Get Out was British. That already messed up my brain. Daniel Kaluuya, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, playing American so convincingly in 2017 that it never occurred to me to question it. And here he is, years earlier, in this. And the final scene on that stage, it didn't feel like acting, it felt like something actually breaking. I was stunned watching it. I'm still stunned. That performance alone is worth the hour. Now, what really impressed me is that this episode actually has something to say, because the setting itself, not that original. Dystopia, class divide, rich at the top, workers at the bottom, we've seen that before. The genius is not the world, it's what the world does to people. Because this episode isn't really about bikes, or energy, or technology, it's about the treadmill. Work, consume, repeat. You think you're getting ahead, and maybe you are, but you're just moving to a better looking cage. And the darkest part, even the people at the top are trapped. The judges keep pushing the system further because they have to. Their moral compass spins as widely as everyone else. Nobody gets out, just different levels of stuck. And what really hit me, even authenticity gets turned into a product. Emotion, content. Rebellion, content. Individuality, content. The moment something real appears, the system absorbs it, packages it, and sells it back to you. Expressions of genuine feeling become intellectual property. Innovation becomes franchise. What felt alive yesterday is tomorrow's background noise. Everything becomes something you can sell. That's the horror. And then there's that relationship. Simple, fragile, real. In a world deliberately stripped of soul, it actually felt human, which makes what happens to it later so much worse, because he's willing to stay in his prison, spend everything he has, just to give her a chance to fly. And then you watch what they do with that. I'm not going to spell it out, just watch it. And the ending. I have to talk about the ending. No dramatic victory, no happy resolution, no redemption arc that makes you feel better about the world. Just a slow, depressing realization. He starts with morals, with purpose, with something real to fight for, and ends up becoming exactly what he hated. He gets a nicer cage. That's all he gets. And here's what I keep thinking about. When that path to greater comfort is offered to him, he takes it. And I understand why, because so would I, so would you. And that's the real horror. Not the setting, not the technology, the fact that the ending rings completely, depressingly true. One reviewer asked a question I haven't been able to shake. Can we let "I really had no choice" become a valid defense for inhuman actions? The show doesn't answer it. It just leaves it sitting there. And that ambiguity is exactly what makes it this brilliant. And that's why this episode works. It doesn't rely on shock, it doesn't grab you by the collar and scream in your face. Unlike episode 1, which was just, look how crazy this is, this one says, look how real this is. The difference between those two approaches is everything. One is a dare, the other is a mirror. And honestly, this didn't feel like the future. It felt like now, just slightly exaggerated. If you watched episode 1 and nearly gave up, I get it. I almost did too. But episode 2 is the episode that justifies everything this series is trying to be. Watch it without knowing too much. Just go in. And then ask yourself, would you escape the system or just upgrade your cage? Because I thought I knew my answer. No, I'm not so sure. 10 stars, no notes. Episode 1 is still a pig, but this is what I came here for. So yeah, if this is Black Mirror is supposed to be, I get it now. Subscribe if you want to follow this journey, because apparently this show has a lot more of this and I'm watching every episode. If you like this video, subscribe. If you didn't like it, I don't care, you're still subscribing. And tell me in the comments, would you escape the system or just upgrade your cage? I genuinely want to know where you land on that.